Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, Earl Donald of Buchan, House Trump. In the last episode, we saw the King of Scotland take over Syria. King Malcolm III. He now has the county of Innsgal and the county of Argyll, which would have been ours if he hadn't taken it first. Remember, there was an independence revolt for Argyll. And the previous owner has, I believe, here he is, Gilbride. I've gone to claimants here, so in claimants we can see who has a claim to the county of Argyll. As you can see, we do, because we fabricated it, but so does Gilbride. He's the one who previously owned that. At the end of the last episode, we were able to fabricate a claim on the county of Moray, presently held by Prince Malsnecton, the Duke of Moray. He's trying to fabricate a claim on our county as well, so we sort of have a time limit here. We have to take that province away from him before he takes this province away from us. He likes us at the moment because we're both fat. And we can't get rid of him because we don't have enough plot power. So, we're just going to have to take it by force. Now, as you can see here, he has 2012 troops. We have 1,382. That's not good enough to beat him. So what we have to do is we have to hire mercenaries. They have a big cost up front, so for example, the Beltrano Scoto, the company, not Beltrano Scoto, sorry, he runs that. The Company of the Hat, 300 gold, monthly cost of 22.89. So they are expensive, but they will help us get this done. Of course, he can also hire mercenaries. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. He can also hire mercenaries, so we have to be careful and watch out for that. So let's get the time running. We're pretty much going to save up some money. The Lords of Scotland have approved the institution of the Limited Crown Authority Law. Okay, so we saw this before. It basically gives the monarch slightly more power over the nobility. If we go to laws, go to realm, go to Kingdom of Scotland, vassals enjoy a very large degree of autonomy, but have to provide their liege with a fairly substantial portion of the levies. As you can see, it doesn't really affect us that much at the moment. If he switched it to medium, hang on just a second. If he switched it to medium, we would no longer be able to declare war inside the country. So luckily that hasn't happened, so we can continue. See, I can declare war on him now. I can also fight for independence. I'm not going to do that. We want Duchy of Moray. So let's have a look here. King Malcolm III of Scotland has declared Scottish-Norwegian de jure war over Caithness on King Harold Hardrada. So it looks like Harold Hardrada, after being done fighting England, is now fighting Scotland. It's a de jure war, so if we go to de jure map mode, de jure kingdoms, Caithness is this province here, and as you can see, by law, Caithness is part of the Kingdom of Scotland. It should not be part of Norway. So we're going to retake that. Harold Hardrada has 4,438 troops, and the King of Scotland has 3,607. And he doesn't have any allies. Harold Hardrada doesn't have any allies either. Okay, so it looks like Malcolm is going to lose here, because he has less troops. Unless he can get a tactical victory. Oh, what's happened here? Uh-oh. Paul of Lollard Uprising has declared Scottish Lollard revolt on King Malcolm III of Scotland. Oh dear, so the king raised his troops, and as soon as he did, this 7,000 stack army, that's a lot, especially for rebels, has risen up. It's a Lollard uprising, so Paul of Lollard uprising. Now Lollard is a Catholic heresy. Let's read about them. Lollard heretics are opposed to perceived corruption within the Catholic Church. Like many Catholic heresies, they loathe the wealth and ostentation of the clergy, and advocate a return to a more original form of Christianity. Okay, so, yep, they're fighting. The county has got Lollard. Let's go to religions. Yeah, this county has got Lollard in here. Well, that could be interesting. I think this may have something to do if we go to religion. Yes, heresies are more likely to appear when the moral authority of a faith is down, because obviously people are like, this faith is not, this faith is divided. This faith isn't helping us win any wars. Let's move on to different faiths. So the moral authority is low, so people have decided the Catholic Church is could be wrong in something, so this rebellion has occurred. And the king has been completely obliterated. Oh good grief, that's a lot of troops. They split to besiege. I wonder where Harold Hardrada actually is. He's currently in Varmland. I don't know where Varmland is. I could search for it, but I don't want to crash the game again. Oh, he's fighting multiple wars. He's attacking the King of Sweden in Norwegian-Swedish excommunication war. What? Oh. The King of Sweden has been excommunicated from the Catholic Church. And so the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, is fighting against Sweden because now that Sweden's been excommunicated, he can fight against them. Interesting. So that's why Malcolm decided to attack decided to attack Katarnas now. Because Harald Hardrada's attention has been divided to Sweden. Interesting. I do love that about this game. The characters have their own ambitions. It's not just about you. King Malcolm III of Scotland has created the Duchy of Albany. Where's that then? Ah, he's created this duchy. It's basically all the provinces that were under his command. He's probably going to keep it for himself, because, his province, the capital, is one of these provinces. And our wife is pregnant again. Look how big this rebellion is. 13,000 troops. The Catholic Church in Scotland is going to get completely decimated. Minus 60% war score. I don't want to declare war now, because this rebellion will be hostile to our armies as well. So if I declare war, then yeah. Malmer of Scottish Revolt has declared Malmer of Scottish Revolt's war for Scotland on King Malcolm III of Scotland. Huh? What's this? Malmer. The guy who owns the county of Atholl. We looked at him before. He has a strong claim on the Kingdom of Scotland. So he's decided he's going to push his claim. He's going to push his claim on the King of Scotland. That's troubling, to say the least. Well, I don't know if it's troubling. There's just more problems for the king. So he's fighting three wars. He's fighting against the Lollards, he's fighting against Harald Hardrada, and he's fighting against this claimant to the throne, Malmor. The rebellion in Atholl, that's where Malmor is. Malmor. An outbreak of disease, yep. Oh shoot, they're besieging us. No, Paul, stop. Can we... No, we can't get rid of him. Dear. He's besieging us. have a look at what factions we can create. Elective succession in Moray. How much power would we have? Not that much, actually. Let's skip that. Well, 99% is a lot, but we'd have to fight all these rebellions as well. Unless the king gave in, which he might do. A son was born to Earl Donald of Buchan and Countess Unida of Buchan, named Glenn. Okay, so we have Glenn Trump. Alright, we'll keep that. Why not? The defenders of Elon successfully raided the camps of the besiegers, inflicting heavy casualties. I get the feeling I'm reading this stuff too quickly. I should probably slow down. Sorry about that, had to check something. So we've almost got enough gold for me to risk a war with this guy, but these rebellions have to end first. It looks like the Lollards are going to take over the Kingdom of Scotland, which means the King of England will soon be able to declare a holy war on the kingdom. I just can't talk today. Perhaps I'll shut up for a second. Part of the reason I'm doing this is so I can learn to talk better. So what I was saying was, if this Lollard uprising wins, the Kingdom of Scotland will become a Lollard instead of Catholic, and the King of England can then try and take Scotland, declare a holy war. Yeah, we're gonna have to surrender soon. He's besieging us. Yep, he's besieging us. Can I surrender to you? I can't do anything. Well, we're not a particular holy man. We'll worship whoever is in charge. Yeah, he's gonna destroy our army, I think. Yeah, our army's slowly getting obliterated. What? What happened there? Pause it, someone died. Okay. Someone died. So, the siege of Elon. So the rebels were fighting against the king, obviously, but to fight against the king they have to besiege these counts, these provinces, and they're owned by other people. So they went after Buchan, which is owned by us, so we were defeated in this siege. As you can see, we lost some gold, and the Catholic Church also lost some... We also lost some piety, because we were defeated by non-Catholics. Rebels killed Guanad Kenukun after taking Elon in Elon. Oh, those bastards! So they took control of the castle and they murdered this 5-year-old girl. They took control of the castle and murdered this 5-year-old girl. Was killed by rabble. Oh dear. Rebels killed Sorcha after taking Elon in Elon. They murdered this other 3-year-old girl, the son of my marshal. Rebels killed Sholto Trump after taking Ellen Ellen. Sholto Trump? No, they killed my eldest daughter. They also killed this 4-year-old girl, son of my steward. The county of Buchan has converted to the Lollard faith. And a marshal initiated a recruitment drive. So they murdered all our little girls. They murdered all of our little girls. The priest had to prod me with his collection bag several times before I gruffly put a coin in it. Looks like the Lollards are taking control now. Attempt to steal some gold from the priest's collection bag. Is this really necessary? We could lose 30 piety. 50% chance we could gain a gold, 50% chance we could lose 30 piety, or we could just lose 15. Well, we're greedy, so we're going to attempt to steal from it. And we actually got a gold out of that. Nice. So the province of Buchan... Oh, they're going after... Where are they going after now? They're sieging the church now. Oh dear, this is terrible. They literally just came in and murdered our children. Who are you? Paul. Army of Paul. Ah, so Paul himself, Paul, the leader of this entire uprising, himself decided to kill our children. Paul the Wise of London Uprising. The Wise? Seriously? You murder children and you're called the Wise. You're zealous? You're zealous, so obviously you burn with, you know, you like your religion or not a lot, which is why you rebelled. You're kind. I don't think so. You're temperate. I don't think so. You're ambitious? Yeah, that makes sense. You're proud, that also makes sense. You're a scholar. I guess being a scholar is how you were able to find this new religion. Well, this new version of this religion. You were also the leader of a fanatic and militant heretic sect. Well, yeah, you just came in and murdered our children. And you're a skilled tactician, because yeah, you came in and murdered our children. You murdered my daughter. Okay, I can choose a guardian for Donald Trump. This is to... Guardian is who will teach him. And your guardian can give away their traits to your child and also their stats. After give him a guardian, I'll, you know, I will look after my son. Because why not? The king needs to end this war. This cannot be allowed to go on. We need to surrender. We're also losing to Harold Hardrada. He's also losing to Malmo. Dear oh dear, Scotland has just gone... Scotland has just been obliterated in a matter of minutes. Well, not minutes, but a year or two. Another revolt. Gospatrick of Scottish Revolt has declared Scottish Revolt for Prince Donald's claim on Scotland in King Malcolm III of Scotland. Who are you? Gospatrick of Scottish Revolt. You are the Duke of Lothian. You are the Duke of Lothian. And you are fighting for who? Who are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for? I don't know who you're fighting for. You're fighting for someone's claim on Scotland, but I don't know who. But the king is under another attack now. By this guy. He's fighting for Prince Donald of Scotland. He's fighting for the Marshal. So... what on earth is going on? So you're fighting... Okay, let's take a look here. So we have the Lollards, religious rebels who just came into our castle and murdered our daughters. We also have this guy, Malmo of Scottish Revolt. He's fighting for his own claim on Scotland. We also have Harold Hardrada, who's defending himself against the Scottish king's attempted conquest of Catanus. And now we have Gospatrick, the Duke of Lothian, who has declared a war to push Prince Donald of Scotland's claim on Scotland, and Prince Donald himself is the Marshal of the Malmo Revolt. This is confusing, isn't it? It's like Game of Thrones. Can we declare independence? I feel like if we... No, we can't start an independence faction. I don't want to claim Moray because this is slightly a bit, you know... I can't declare war of independence from him. This is a bit bad. This is Really bad. Okay, here we go. Now we get to choose how we educate our children. Every time my son Donald meets a stranger, he looks like he might faint. The lad is just a bit shy, so our son will gain the shy trait. Shyness can be cured by the birch, which is basically us beating him. So, there's a chance of no effect, but there's also a chance he'll lose the shy trait. Shyness is a terrible curse. I'll talk with him. Pray that the Lord will provide strength. Well, we're not going to pray, because we're not very pious. We're lustful, we're greedy, we're wrath. We're wrath, we have a hot temper. As soon as we heard that our son was going to be shy, we decided to, use the birch. Did that do anything? Yes, he actually lost the shy trait. Good. Oh, it looks like Paul the Wise is about to win this war. Look, every single defeat. Oh dear. What? What? 200... Game over? After playing 1 characters, you have lost your last county. Donald Trump disappears into obscurity. With a score of 206, you have not accomplished anything of note. What? Game over? What happened? Did we... What happened? I want to know what happened. Open Chronicle. This is the Chronicle of House Trump, in which it is contained the record of its yearly fortunes, glories, and difficulties. Earl Donald of Buchan married Hunede, daughter of King Bledum of Gwynedd. In 1067, strange and wonderful serpents were seen in Buchan. In 1068, Shola, the firstborn daughter, was born to Earl Donald of Buchan. In 1069, Donald, the firstborn son, was born to Earl Donald of Buchan. There's nothing here. So that's game over, guys. That's game over. No, that's a bit bad. That was just bad luck. That was just really bad luck that the Lollards decided to take Buchan and Gowrie. So as you can see, Buchan and Gowrie are in separate colours now. And that is because that the Lollards took control of these 2 provinces and kicked us out. Yeah, so that's game over. We lost our lands. Or is it? Something tells me that we didn't die, our family didn't die, so the Lollards took control of our lands, but our family didn't die. Donald Trump was able to escape. So something tells me that this isn't the end of Donald Trump. We're not going to stick with this game over screen. We're going to delve back into this world and take power somewhere else. I'll look at the narrative that has been created here and find a good place for Donald Trump to go. Because that is horrible luck. Look, that is horrible luck right there. And I think Donald Trump will have a vengeance. He'll come back with a vengeance against these Lollards that threatened him and his family and killed his children. So I'll see you in the next episode, guys, where I just find out where Donald Trump ran to. But for now, it is game over. So I want to thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.